Okay, hi everyone, my name is Landon Fedorov. You guys know me already. I'm a double major here. I'm a freshman, double majoring in foreign languages, which are German and Russian. Today I just want to talk to you a little bit about linguistics, and just want to kind of clear up this common misconception that linguistics and being able to speak another language is the same idea, which they're not. They're actually really separate. So, okay, that's cool. Anyway, I don't know how that happened. But the dictionary definition from Webster's Dictionary says that linguistics is the human study, or the study of human speech in terms of units and structure and modification of language. Good Lord, I can't believe this all happened. Anyway, so what is linguistics? Linguistics is not just the ability to be able to speak another language. It's actually the ability to know all the inner workings of the language and know grammar, know syntax, know semantics, like we talk about here in comm. It's the evolution also of the language, and by evolution I mean that a linguist goes out, looks for the history of the language, and then finds how the language has been modified or structured differently over time in order to be perceived for different people around the world. I know you're wondering, why do I have a picture of a man in his car on my linguistics page? Well, according to Eric Digest, which he makes a really good analogy of this, how many people of you have cars? Very good. How many people, I know you probably do, how many people know every inner workings of your car? Okay, like I said. Well, Eric kind of describes this as a linguist is able to drive his car and know all the inner workings of the car, how it works, what the motor does, where the fuel goes, everything, as compared to a person that knows the language who only knows how to get in the car and drive. So, which is me, unfortunately. There are several types of linguists out there today. I'm going to talk about three of the major types. One of them being formal linguistics, which is the ability to kind of break up a language into its semantics, its grammar, its syntax, etc. So I gave some examples here of what they kind of really look at. One of the things is phonetics, and phonetics is like the ability to hear the language and know about the language by sound. I kind of put this hooked on phonics thing here because it's, you know it's not right, but that's how it sounded out. And semantics, Chomsky was a famous linguist, and he said, "Colorless green ideas sleep furiously." And of course that makes no sense. He did this on purpose because he was kind of illustrating the point that if you don't have any semantics with your sentence, then it's worthless and it can't be used. Morphology is the breakdown of a word in language. So you can see in imperfections the key word is perfect, and there's just modifiers that make that word the antonym. The next one that I'm going to talk about is sociolinguistics, which is the ability to, it's the interaction in social or cultural phenomenons. In today's use, we kind of use it in government usage usually. What I mean by this is government kind of like shapes the language in order for globally for everyone to really get a better understanding of that language. So they're modified and modernized because usually a country has several different languages. So they kind of cluster all those languages together and kind of make this universal one. And they enforce it through such things like government, politics, education, and so on, media. Also there's psycholinguistics. It's kind of like how you perceive a language in your head and how you process it verbally and non-verbally, which is one of the topics that we kind of talk about in comm all the time. So it's the verbal processing of languages. If I'm to hear another language, I will process that in my brain, and then I'll have to, revert back to that language. And that's a basic concept of what psycholinguistics is. I'm just going to show you this short clip from YouTube.
Excuse me, sorry, do you speak English?
No, I don't, sorry.
My car's broken down and I wondered if you could tell me where to find a garage.
Yeah, well, that's wasted on me. I don't understand what you're saying.
You don't speak English at all?
Not a word, no. It's one of those things where I wish I paid more attention in school, but, Excuse me, sorry. Do you speak any English?
English? No.
I don't know, I don't understand.
Hi, my car's broken down and I need to find a garage.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't understand that at all.
Alright, well, thanks.
Tell you what, if you go down that way, about half a mile, there's a village. There might be somebody there that speaks English.
Ich speak ein bisschen Deutsch. Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Deutsch, nein. Sprichst du Deutsch?
Deutsch? Nur nein oder zwei Wörter, aber ich bin nicht fließend.
I'm sorry for your help.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hey, you never know. Next time you're over, maybe we'll have learned a bit of English for you.
Ja, oder Deutsch vielleicht.
Ja, das wäre toll.
I can speak English.
Alright, well that was kind of an example of psycholinguistics. It's like the misconception of language. So, gotta do this again. What's going on? Just to wrap things up, linguistics is definitely a lot more different than being a polyglot or multilinguist or multilingual or bilingual. It's the ability to actually comprehend the language in several different ways. This is my bibliography. And I just want to say thank you guys for listening to my presentation. I'm sorry that I don't look very professional today. I'm going to have to take it out on my roommate later on. But thank you again.
Okay, who's next? I don't have my list of anymore.